Hi guys, welcome back to the Knit Fun. So guys, today we are going to be doing the 7 seconds riddle challenge again, but this time with Neri, because Neri was all saying me and Nathaniel were so bad, blah 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 blah. Was saying different kind of things. So we're going to be doing it with him and see if he's actually going to win.
I know riddles a lot. The last one I did, I've already watched it. And me and Nathaniel watched it. I don't believe we just didn't win. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So yeah, he hasn't watched any of these ones.
I've not watched this one before.
I'm going to do
Okay.
first riddle.
James was at work when he found out he'd won the lottery. He told his accountant he wanted to give half the money to his best friend Jack. But everyone started calling themselves Jack to deceive the accountant and get the money. Can you figure out who the real best friend is? You've got 7 seconds.
Best friend is
I don't know.
the guy with the yellow.
The guy with the book.
It's the one who's wearing a matching bracelet with
I'm supposed
James.
to know that.
A mysterious disappearance.
Oh.
Amy and Chris have a little son called Noah. On Saturday, they went out to dinner and left Noah at home. When they returned, the little boy was gone. The alarmed parents called the police. The detective questioned everyone in the house. The babysitter said she had been preparing Noah's school bag for the next day. The maid said she had spent the day cleaning the bathrooms. The chef said he had been preparing breakfast for the next day and hadn't heard anything. The police immediately knew who was lying. Can you figure it out?
The maid.
The cook.
It's the maid.
The cook. The cook.
It was the babysitter.
Exactly.
It's Saturday, and children don't go to school on Sundays.
That's it.
A
I don't know why I
garage
called that a maid.
incident.
I can't hear that. I thought
Rob works as a mechanic in his own office. The intruder tried to put everything back the way it had been before, but they forgot some small detail. Can you spot it?
the lipstick on the cup.
Wait, yeah, the lipstick on the cup.
Computers. I'm obviously winning. Right?
There's a lipstick mark on Rob's coffee cup, and his chair is lowered. Who did it? A billionaire was found unconscious by his wife. It was on Sunday at 6:30 in the morning. As soon as the woman saw him, she called the police. The detective questioned everyone in the house. The billionaire's wife said she had gone out to buy her husband a gift for their anniversary. The butler said he had been fixing some car tires. The gardener said he didn't talk to the billionaire. He was working outside and never went inside the house. As soon as the police listened to everyone's story, they knew who did it.
Yeah, I
You
think
have
that's-
7 seconds to
I
find
think
the truth.
Because it was him, then I get points.
It was the wife. No gift shops are open at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday. Who's poor? A restaurant owner found out that he'd won the lottery. He was going to donate half this money to the poorest person in the room. Can you figure out who it is?
The boy.
The girl with the orange hair.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was
It's the
trying to
guy
say
in
it,
the
I was
white
trying to
shirt.
say the word.
He has just several coins to pay for his meal, and he only ordered some fries. Everyone else has a 3-course meal in front of them. What happened at the North Pole? Sam was trying to impress his new colleagues with exciting stories. During lunch, he told them about the time he went on an expedition to the North Pole. While he was there, he injured his leg and couldn't walk. His friends had to carry him to their shelter and call for help. On their way back, some penguins started following them. As soon as his colleagues heard that, they started laughing. Why?
How do you call a person when there's snow?
I have no idea.
Well, there are no penguins at the North Pole.
5 minutes later.
It's Friday, and all students have gathered in a big lecture hall to write their end-of-year exam. The teacher has been informed that one student is going to cheat. But who? You've got 7 seconds to find out.
Why is he looking at another person book?
I think it's B because he doesn't looks like I don't know. Or E.
The answer
That's
is
right.
student C. It looks as if he's trying to remember what he's read, but he has the answers written on his hand.
How was I supposed to know that?
The game show prize. John was competing in a knowledge game show. He got stuck on the last question and called his friend to ask for help. If they solve the final riddle, he'll win the main prize. The question goes like this. If you're jumping with a parachute, where should you land? An ocean? A jungle? A desert? Time's a ticking.
Yes.
Desert. The
Yeah,
desert.
that's I think it's B.
If I said it first.
I said it first.
Opt for the desert. If you land on water, you might get trapped in the parachute and drown. In a jungle, you might get stuck in tree branches. But the sand in a desert is
No, I
soft,
got it. I
and you
got
can
it
cover
first.
yourself with
I
the
said it
parachute to
first.
fend off the heat.
I said it first.
I said it.
A trapped sailor.
Honestly.
Tim is a sailor on a large cruise ship. One day, the captain asked him to go to the hold and get supplies. But as the man was walking down the ladder, it broke. Try as he might, he couldn't get out. Sometime later, he discovered there was a hole in the side of the ship. More and more water was getting inside through this hole. How can Tim get out? You have just a few seconds to help him out.
And
No. How can he get out with the bag of sand? No, the bag of sand. I think.
He can put on one of the life jackets that are in the room
Yes,
and wait for the water to fill the hole.
get the point.
This water will lift him up, and he'll be able to push the door open. Who took the supplies?
I said the sand
Mrs.
first.
Ruth was heading home after she finished her hot dog and burger shopping. Suddenly, she saw someone running toward her. This person grabbed her bag filled with food and her wallet. The woman immediately called the police and told them what had happened. She added it was a man wearing sunglasses and a black hoodie. Police officers started patrolling the park. They found the hoodie and the glasses. Can you figure out which of these people took Mrs. Ruth's things?
Oh no. I don't know.
It's the one with the dog. The animal can smell the food the man's holding, and it's waiting for a treat. What happened? A prestigious restaurant chef called the police to report that someone had hit him on the head. He came round in the storage room. The detectives narrowed it down to 3 suspects. The cook? I don't know what happened to the chef, but I didn't think of checking the storage room. The waiter? I was too busy with clients and didn't even look for the chef. The cleaner? I was organizing the cellar because it was dirty. When the detectives heard that, they knew right away who did it. Can you figure it out too?
I said it first. The cleaner.
I also think it's the cook. I think it's the waiter.
The cleaner.
It was the cook.
I said cook.
Nobody
but
told
the
them the
waiter.
chef was in the storage
So I
room.
get it.
Time to hire a new cook. Trapped in an engineering lab. Mike was walking home from work when a cute dog lured him into a mysterious basement. As soon as they walked in, the animal turned into 3 giant robots. Mike had to outsmart them, but how? On the table, there was a screwdriver, a wireless sprinkler system, a hammer, and a fire extinguisher. You have 7 seconds to pick the best option.
Fire extinguisher, I think.
So they can't see anything and can go out the window.
He should use the wireless sprinkler system. The water will stop the robots. A safe island. Chris went on a boat trip to explore marine life. While sailing, he saw a storm coming. The man needed to get out of the water immediately. There were 3 islands in front of him, but only one was safe. Which one should he pick? The first island was filled with venomous spiders. The second was swarming with sharks. The third one was deserted and covered with white bones. Which should Chris opt for?
No,
The
yeah.
one they went.
No, one was sharks.
No, the one they went. The sharks are eating.
The second one. Sharks can't survive without water, and Chris will be fine there. How did she do it? Emily was standing on the east side of the river, and Anna was on the west side. Anna shouted to Emily to come and meet her, and Emily did that. There was no bridge, but she crossed the river without getting wet. How did she do it?
She uses snow.
I don't know.
The river was frozen. The airport base. Someone cut the power in the entire city one night. Then this person sneaked into the airport to get some important documents which arrived that day. But this mysterious stranger got into a trap and now needs to escape as soon as possible. In the east, the airport is protected by an electric fence. In the west, it's guarded by large trained dogs. Soldiers secure the southern side. In the north, there's a giant mountain that blocks the way. Which way should this person choose to escape?
Or the dog.
The dog, because
The
you
dog.
can distract the dog. I think.
Yeah, it's true. Can distract the dog.
The east side. The electricity is out, and so is the fence.
Ah!
It's a tie.
Ah, yes.
Should we do one more? Because it's a tie. It's a tie.
It's not a tie.
Who's winning?
I have no idea who won. So,
I think it's a tie.
okay, then it's a tie. So, guys, that was
The end of the video.
all the riddles. And I think Mary won. I don't know who won because I didn't keep in count. But I don't know who won. But yeah, that was the video, guys. Don't forget to
Like and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.